Hey guys, welcome to your total tone workout. This is going to be a short practice. We're going to be focusing on toning into the arms, the core, and getting into those legs. So let's go ahead and get started on the mat. Hands should be at the front edge of your mat, starting in a tabletop position. From here, you want to look over your right shoulder, hook your right ankle into the fabric. We're just starting with a hip stretch here, just to start warming up into those hip flexors. So extending that right leg, you're going to internally rotate that right hip in. The right hip bone is going to go down towards the ground. Press back, lowering down to the forearms. You're extending out of the shoulders and lengthening from the crown of the head. We'll start with 5 deep breaths here. You keep moving the pelvis back, dropping that right hip bone down. Feeling the hip flexors start to come into that stretch and moving more into length. Let's breathe for 5. Full deep inhalations through the nose and full deep exhalations through the nose. 4. We're starting to prepare our breathing. 3. 2. And 1. You're going to inhale, come up onto your hands, spread your fingers really wide. Hands are going to be right underneath your shoulders. Now we're going to curl those left toes under. You're going to press back. In normal mat practice, this is called bear pose. So we're kind of doing like a one-legged bear pose. So you're curling those left toes under. You're going to press your hips back. So you're pushing the chest towards your thigh. You're going to keep your gaze forward. So right leg is staying straight back. Chest is pushing back towards the thigh. Now what the movement is going to be is our hips are going back and down. You're going to jump forward, shifting the weight into the hands, pulling the navel in, and then jumping that left foot outside the left hand as you dip those hips down. Now we're going to do that 10 times, and it should be nice and quick. So let's reset. So left foot is back, toes are curled under, heels away from the ground. Press your hips back, right leg straight. Jump it forward outside the left hand, lower the hips down for 1, and take it back. 2, and back. 3, 4, really try to keep the weight light in the hands. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This last one, when you jump forward and hold. Flex your right foot, pull your right knee down towards the ground so you're completely collapsing the right knee. Turn the left toes up towards the left. Rolled it out onto the left leg. Left hand on the knee. Guide the knee out towards the side and find a little spinal twist. Now you're looking past the left shoulder. Make sure you're not collapsing down in the right arm. Find a little spinal twist, opening up through the pelvis. Gently unwind. Toe this left foot to the center of the mat. Frame the left foot so fingertips and toes line up. And then you're going to work to extend both legs. Hips lift high. Take your nose towards your shin. Gently bend into that left knee. Right hand down, left arm up, easy twist. This time keeping that right leg straight. Right leg is active the whole time. And then gently place the left hand down, lower down to the left knee, take a breath. Now we're going into mountain climber, so we're sticking with that count of 10. So we're going to hover the left knee, right leg straight, flexing up through the heels, and then we kick, switch out through those legs. So hands underneath the shoulders, spread those fingers really wide, lock out those arms. Pull the navel towards the spine, and lock out the right leg. Now you're going to hover the left knee, flex out to the feet. We're just going to switch out the legs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step your left foot directly in between the thumbs. Walk your hands back and work on extending into that left leg. Hands can be underneath the shoulders. Point the toes. Opening up here into the pelvis. Lengthen the spine. And then bending back into the left knee, crawling those hands forward, hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to find a floating plank position. So you're going to lock the right leg, left leg in, outside. So they should, the left leg should be outside the right, both legs in the same line. Now inhale, navel to spine. Lift those hips up to a pike position. Keep the legs together, keep the arms strong. Drop the hips down, flex those feet, hips towards the ground for a modified upward facing dog. Inhale, navel in, hips up. Exhale, hips down, flex the feet. Let's go for 3. Inhale. 4. And down. 5. And down. 6. And down. 7. And down. 8. And down. 9. And down. Last one. Beautiful. Go ahead and drop both knees down towards the ground. Feet together, knees together. Press your sit bones back towards your heels, upper body down, and take a pause. Child's pose. Find your breath. Inhale, rise back to that tabletop position. We're moving into the second set, the second side. So look over your left shoulder, hook your left ankle into the fabric. Until you rotate that left hip, press the hips back and down, lower down to your forearms. No collapsing the shoulders. Create length through the crown of head, and take 5 breaths. Stretching and opening into that hip flexor on that left side. Come up onto your hands. Line up your hands underneath your shoulders, spread your fingers really wide. Now once again, going into that half bear pose. So you're going to curl your right toes under, hover the right knee, and you're pushing back. So remember, the movement is the hips are going back and down, and then you're going to jump forward outside your right hand as you dip your hips. So let's do it. Hips back, jump forward, right foot outside the right hand, look up, hips down, take it back. Let's go for 2. Jump it forward, and back. 3. Keep your arms strong, and back. 4. And back. You're always transitioning through the core. 5. And back. 6. And back. 7. And back. 8. And back. 9. And back. Last one, let's take it forward and hold. So right foot outside the right hand. Turn the right toes out towards the right. Flex the left foot, pull the left knee down. Right hand onto the knee. You're going to create a little spinal twist. So you're guiding the right knee away from the chest. Roll your right shoulder down away from your right ear and look past your right shoulder. Your left foot should be flexed really active so that left foot doesn't slide out of the fabric. Make sure you're not collapsing in that left shoulder. With your inhale, you're going to gently unwind. Toe heel the right foot to the center of the mat. You're going to frame the right foot so fingertips and toes are on the same line. Both legs go straight. Right hip going back, left hip going forward. And then you bring your nose towards your shin, pull your upper body down towards the ground. Take the bend back into that right knee. Plant your hands directly beneath your shoulders. Spread those fingers really wide. Left leg is going to stay active. Kick your right leg into the fabric, feet side by side. Find that floating plank. Hips up. Find the pike. Go back to that plank. Hips up. Pike. That's 2. And up. 3. And up. 4. And up. 5. And up. 6. And up. 7. And up. 9, and up, last one, 10, and up, right foot towards the ground. Walk your fingertips back, work to get that right leg straight, bring upper body down, split pose. Bend into the knee, curl those hands forward. Lower, we need that easy twist. So fingertips and toes line up. Right arm stretches up. Open up that right shoulder. Ideally, we're trying to get both hands in the same line. Look up towards the right thumb. All 5 fingers together and breathe. Right hand down. You can lower your right knee down towards the ground. Lower your left knee down. Big toes together, knees together. Sink your hips back, child's pose. Take a rest, take a pause. Okay, inhale, rise back to that tabletop position. Hands underneath your shoulders. We're just going to keep going forward. We're going to try to burn out the body a little bit. I'm sure you can hear my breath. It's getting hard, it's getting hot in here, okay? So, tabletop position. Look over your right shoulder. Hook your right ankle into the fabric. Lock out those arms, navel to spine, left leg into the fabric. Now from here, find that floating push-up position, flex your feet. We're going to inhale here, exhale, knees to the right. You're exhaling out the mouth. Shh, all the air out. Inhale back to center, exhale left. Shh. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Shh. Let's go for 2. Shh. 3. Shh. 4. Shh. 5. Shh. 6. Shh. 7. Shh. 8. Shh. 9. Shh. 10. Shh. Extend those legs. Both knees down. Press your sit bones back. Child's pose. Bring upper body down. Breathe. Inhale. Tabletop position. Look over your left shoulder. Left foot inside. Lock out the leg. Hands underneath your shoulders. Let's do it, you guys. Belly in. Navel to spine. Right leg in. Both legs straight. Side by side. Inhale. Right to the left this time first. Exhale. Shh. Shh. 2. 3. 4. Use that breath. 5. 6. 7. 8, 9, 10. Stop in the center. Both knees down. Feet together. Child's pose. Breathe. Use your hands. Press yourself up. So you're sitting in a kneeling position. You want the fabric right in front of you. From there, we're going to sit off to one side so you can swing your legs around in front. And we're going to make our way to a bridge pose. So hands underneath your shoulders, spreading your fingers really wide. Now, you want to push down to your feet. Lift your hips. Look where you want your feet to end up. So we're going to get them into the fabric. So starting with the right leg, I'm going to hook the right leg in, immediately turning the foot out and flexing into the foot. Then I'm going to hook the other leg in, so the heels are together, feet turned out. Depending on the height of your silk, you should be able to drop your pelvis down, flip your fingers, so your fingers are pointing back. Rock your shoulders down from the ears. Work on getting your chest towards your thighs, and working on getting your legs as straight as you possibly can. So you just feel a nice little hamstring release here through the back of those legs. Find your breath. All right, let's keep going, you guys. So point your fingertips forward towards the front edge of your mat. You want your hands right underneath your shoulders and spread your fingers out as wide as you possibly can. That's really important because we're going to be taking a lot of weight into those hands. When you spread out the fingers, you're spreading out the weight, so you won't be dumping into those wrists. It's very important, especially if you feel like you have weak wrists or if you have a lot of sensitivity in the wrists. So hands underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers really wide. We're going to lift those hips up as high as you possibly can. Roll your shoulders back, you're gazing at your heels. Now, keep those hips up. You're going to keep the heels together and slowly pull the heels in towards the groin, the knees go wide, and then press those legs straight. We're going to do that 10 times. On the exhales, when you pull the heels in. So inhale, exhale, shh, push, shh, push, 3, push, 4, push, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're going to pull in and hold. So keep your hips high. Squeeze your heels towards your groin, knees wide. We're going to pulse it up. Hips just go up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep your feet flexed. Extend your legs, hips down. Turn your fingertips, so fingertips point back. Come on, tenting out those hands, just on the fingertips. Wrap the shoulders back and pull your chest towards your thighs, your nose towards your shins. Feet are really active, so you're kind of pulling down the fabric. Rest. So we're going to end up doing 2 more full sets of that, okay? So fingertips forward. Spread those fingers really wide. Hands underneath your shoulders. Wrap your shoulders back. Lift your hips up, heels together, gazing at those feet. Make sure you're not collapsing in that upper back. And let's do it. You inhale, exhale, shh. 2, 3, use that forceful exhale. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pull in and hold. Pulse those hips up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend those legs. Hips down. Fingertips point back. Upper body forward. Take that rest. You guys are doing amazing. I'm doing amazing. And breathe. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your nose. Okay, last set. Fingertips forward. Spread those fingertips really wide. Hands underneath those shoulders. Wrap those shoulders back. Gazing at those heels. Hips up. Lift those hips up as high as you possibly can. Keep them there throughout the entire movement. Feet are flexed. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, pull it in. Shh. Push. Shh. Push. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pull in and hold. Pulse those hips up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend those legs. Hips down. Open up your legs wide into a straddle position. Flex out through those feet. Inhale. Heart forward, shoulders back. If you have the flexibility, you can exhale. Lower down into the forearms. Make sure those feet stay flexed up towards the ceiling and you're not rolling forward on those toes. Or go for your full expression of pose. Find the deepest variation that you can. Find your breath, at least 5 breaths here. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your nose. Use your inhale, use your hands, press yourself up. You can help these legs together, grabbing outside your knees, adjust together. Scoot yourself a little bit more so your hips are centered with the mat. Lie down onto your back. Hug your knees in your chest and just do a little rock side to side, releasing any tension in the lower back. And then allowing those legs to go long. Arms out to the side, taking a pause here, closing your eyes, feeling the sensations in the body, tuning into the breath and try to slow down the breathing. Whenever you're ready, bend your knees, roll onto your side, use your top arm, press yourself up. I thank you guys so much for this quick little sweat session at the total tone. I'm sure your arms are feeling warm, the core and those legs. I love you guys. Thank you so much for practicing today, and namaste.